Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Our next guest is the executive director of Meet the Writers. No stranger to the show, Meet the Writers Incorporated. They've been on before. She joins us today to speak about her organization. Please welcome to the show our wonderful person. Give her a big hand, Michele Weisman. See all the people going like this, Michele?
Thank you so much, Bob.
Yeah, welcome
back. Thank you
back.
for having me again. Thank you.
Oh,
it's really wonderful to see you.
Yes, nice to see you too. So you've been doing so many great things and meeting so many people and presenting this all over the place. How have you been doing? And like during the pandemic?
You know, it's been a crazy time, but I feel like we've been really lucky. I asked authors, would you be willing to go in person to school this fall? And authors said yes. The author wears a mask, the kids wear a mask. But despite the mask, I think it's been really powerful to people to be together. And we've had the great fortune to have Sonia Manzano. People know her as Maria on Sesame Street. But she also wrote an amazing middle grade book called The Revolution of Evelyn Serrano about her growing up in the Bronx in the 70s.
Beautiful. Hold it a little closer. Let me see that again. Yeah, there you go. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And we'll try to post some of this up also. So, and some of the other people that you've collaborated with are who?
So we also had some good luck in having a Nigerian-American author, Toni Ariene. She has been 90 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. And she also met students. We'll try this one if I could get it in the frame. She also met students at a middle school, and it was electric. It was really wonderful. And she personalized every book. And that was amazing. I said, oh, do you have time? I don't want to take too much of your time. No, I really want to connect with students. Yeah. And I think the feeling was mutual.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be there, you know, to do everything virtual. It's that personal experience is like almost missing, you know, to feel and touch and be in the same area as people presenting these books. You can see the facial expressions. You can see them sort of on a Zoom, but I can't, you know, reach out and touch someone basically. Although we have to stay apart so we can come together at another time. But how have you been doing, you know, around these times? You know, people have been coming in, you've been booking them.
Yes, I've been booking them. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything we have for the winter and spring can go through. We do have a backup plan. Of course, we could do it virtually if people can't go in person, but most authors say, yes, I really want to see the kids. And so it has been amazing. Sometimes an author isn't available to go in person, so we've had some powerful virtual visits too. Yeah, I was able to connect an author from Pittsburgh with students in the Bronx who were reading this wonderful and poetic book called A River of Words about William Carlos Williams. And it was really great because the kids were super prepared and had a lot of questions for the author. And so that's a lot of fun too for the author, you know, to sit at home in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. But they get a chance to sit and they sign the book too in person. So it's a better feel in person for sure.
Yeah, it's true. But even virtually, authors have said that they would sign book plates. And so at the end of the event, kids are in school, they could walk home with a signed copy of the book. And we're hoping that as kids and schools stay with our program, they get, you know, a small stack of books that are signed to them that they could look at, you know, again and again. And so I like to think that it's sort of 1 + 1 = more than 2. Yeah. That, you know, as kids meet authors in their schools, it seems like more.
For people who just tuned in, give us a little overview of your program and what you've been doing.
So I run a small education and literacy nonprofit called Meet the Writers that connects authors to students in schools. We're primarily in Title I schools. And we've been doing this for about 6 years. I think I've reached over 35,000 students, and
Yeah.
we've done over 175 events. And when I started, I thought it was all about education and literacy, but I've come to learn it's also about identity by connecting authors, students to authors who look like them, who have written about experiences that might reflect their own. And it's also about empathy, about reading books about people who are different from you. And so I feel like it's about sort of these three things, about reading, literacy, but also identity and empathy. So that's what I've come to learn in the time I've been running this.
Yeah. Michele, what have you learned from 2021 that you can maybe apply to 2022?
Well, when I started, I thought it's not a virtual experience because kids could log on to things like YouTube.
Yeah.
But there has been some power to this virtual experience too, because for every visit, I've been to every author visit so far, the authors don't fool around. If a kid asks a question, like to Sonia Manzano, like, why did you write this book? Why was it important to you? She tells them, she tells them, this is what's true for me. This was really important to me to write a book about my experience growing up and to document, Puerto Ricans in the Bronx in the 70s. I didn't see that, and I wanted to write about that.
Yeah.
And so even virtually, I feel like authors are able to communicate, this is the truth for me. Like, I'm going to tell it to you straight. And I think kids appreciate that.
Yeah. Anything coming up that we should know about?
Anything coming up? Well, I do have a lot on the calendar, which I'm excited about. Every event I'm excited about still, even authors who I've heard 5 times, but there are a lot of new authors on the calendar who I'm excited about. Let me think. Let's see. I'm doing some very big events with a group of the Department of Ed called MSQI, the Middle School Quality Initiative.
Yeah.
And we reach hundreds of students that way. And I'm really excited. I have an event coming up with Mandy Gonzalez, who wrote a book called Fearless, and she's currently starring in Hamilton on Broadway.
Oh,
and
great.
So that's been really exciting. I attended an event where she did it from her dressing room. And so I'm hoping that she could do that with us. Hopefully Hamilton will be able to run, COVID notwithstanding, and it would be fun if she could again join us from her dressing room.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
right? Work from wherever you're, and that's exciting too. What's happening backstage,
Right.
Doing right from her dressing room.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And the last time I heard her, she broke into song. So I think that would be really great to hear her sing, hear her talk about her journey to how did she end up in Hamilton on Broadway and being a kid who maybe wasn't so fearless when she started. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
And maybe the next time you come on, you can share that. I don't know how we can do it. We probably can. You can share that screen and share like a bit or piece of it. It's a Zoom, right? Yeah.
Yes, this will be Zoom. The last event we did, we reached students at 12 schools in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. I think we reached about 1,000 students. So I would love to. I think that would be really great.
Yeah. Michele, thank you so much. You're always a pleasure to talk to. You always have some great information. Thank you for creating that awareness and helping to educate our youth. We appreciate you.
Bob, thank you so much for having me again. Have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to telling you all about Mandy Gonzalez.
Yes. Before you go, where can we get more information on what you're doing? What's the website, social media?
Yes, I'd love to hear from authors, schools, and of course, funders at meetthewriters.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Michele Weisman, Executive Director, Meet the Writers Incorporated. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. Enjoy the holiday.
Thanks, Bob. You too.
You too. All right, that about does it for us. It's about that time to wrap the show. thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. And thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll see you on the radio on 107.5 WVLS. Love you all.